So welcome back, traders, to another exciting live stream. Today we are going to be analyzing some pairs, and if you have any question, drop in the live chat. And I'm hoping you guys have a great weekend and Christmas celebration. So let's jump right into the analysis. And if there's any pair you want me to help you analyze, drop it down in the comment section or live chat. I'll help you do that. So let's jump right into the analysis. So as you all know, we always start our analysis from gold. So we are currently on the 4-hour time frame, and the trend is clearly bullish. Trend is up. Price is making a bullish structure, which is the higher high, higher low, higher high structure. So the trend is up. We are only looking for buying opportunity on gold. So the next thing after identifying the trend of the market is to mark out our key levels. These are levels where price have been to before, or the last level that price created. We expect price to keep respecting that level. So this is the level we are going to be working with. It's an area, it's not a single line. The reason why we drew this level is price pulled back. This bearish candle, remember, this is a 4-hour candle. Price pulled back and left a weak rejection. Price did not break below, price closed above the level. So let's scale down to the 1 hour and see the behavior of candles around that level we have drawn. You can see this is a very strong candle, and after the close of this candle, we anticipate that the next candle will be bearish and break below, but price keeps respecting that level. So it's a strong sign that this is the level we are going to be working with. So if you are not currently in the buy, price have already pushed. I will advise you to wait for price to pull back again. If price does, then you can take your buys here, stop loss below for a continuation up. That's the but if you are currently in the buy already, then you can either trail your stop loss into profit or break even. So this is how your trade setup should look like. Let's see. So this is how your chart should look like. You are looking for buying opportunity on gold. Wait for the pullback to happen before taking the buy. The reason for that is so that you can have a more smaller and safer stop loss placement. Because any buys you take right now, the market has already pushed and you might get stop out before the market continue up. Remember, the overall trend is up. Let's scale up to the 4-hour. The overall trend is up. We anticipate that price will continue bullish back to some of this resistance level in the market. So wait for the pullback to happen before taking the buy. You don't get into the market in a push phase. You wait for the pullback before taking your trade. So let me illustrate that. This is what we are waiting for, and this is an anticipation. We don't know if price is going to still come back to this last level, because price have been here before and several times. So we don't know if price is going to pull back to that level again. But to be on the safer side, if you plan on trading gold, if you are not currently in the trade, wait for price to pull back again to this level. This is where your high probability buying opportunity is going to come from. Stop loss below for a continuation up. Or you can do something like this. Remember, it's a probability game. We want to maximize our chances of winning our trade. It's not about just taking any trade. Or you can isolate another level like this. All we are waiting for is for price to close. We want a 1-hour candle, strong 1-hour candle close. A candle like this, a full body candle like this, to close above this level. And after the close, we'll look for the retest and continuation up. That's another thing we can wait for. Two scenario, we are waiting for two scenario, probable scenario to happen. that price will pull back again to this level and we'll take the buy stop loss below for a continuation up, or for if once price break above this level, once we have a 1 hour candle close above this level, we'll look for the retest and continuation up. Remember, we are only looking for buys. I haven't said anything about selling. We are only looking for buys. The trend is still up on gold. So that's the analysis for gold. If you are just joining us, click on the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we start this stream. So let's move on to the next pair. If you missed the analysis on gold, don't worry, we'll still come back to this, or you can play back the stream once we end it. So let's analyze the Bitcoin USD. We have analyzed gold, so the next pair will be the Bitcoin USD. And keep in mind, you can see whenever we open our charts, we always start our analysis from the 4-hour time frame. There's a reason for that. That's where you get your accurate information. Start with the higher time frame, either the daily or the 4-hour. Since we are day traders, start from the daily or the 4-hour. That's where you get the best out of the market. Don't start scaling to the 15 minutes or 30 minutes to mark out your key levels. I always say this in all my streams. Always start your analysis from the higher time frame. That's where the accurate information is. So once we're on the 4-hour time frame and we identify that the overall trend is up, price is bullish, price is creating a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low structure. It's a bullish structure, so the market is up. There's no question about that. So as long as price is trading above this trend line we have drawn, we are good for buys. But even though the trend is up, we are not just going to get into the market anywhere. Remember, the trend moves in 3 phases. When the market is trending up, this is the structure that is formed: the push phase, the pullback, then we have the continuation up, the overall continuation. So this is the level you want. This is the level you want to be taking your buys from. You don't want to take your buy here or here. It's after the pullback, after the exhaustion. This is where you need to be taking your buys. So that's the level. So to be able to take any buy, remember, we are not looking for sales now, we are looking for buys. I'm going to isolate this level close to the trend line. All we are waiting for is for price pull back again close to the trend line, and this is where I'll be taking on my buy. Stop loss below the trend line for a continuation up. Because the trend is up, we are only looking for buying opportunity on gold. So this is how your stop loss placement should look like. Stop loss below the level for a continuation up. If you have any question, drop in the live chat. So this is how your trade setup should look like. Stop loss below the trend line. The reason for that is, if you take your trade here, you can see your stop loss is in a safe position, and you have a very small stop loss. Focus on your risks before your rewards. Make sure your risk is very tight and in a safe position. We do not try to cheat the market by adjusting our stop loss like this. We always make sure we have a moderate stop loss. Our stop loss is safely below the trend line, because the logic behind this is, if price is going to continue bullish, there's no point for price to break below the level, below the trend line, and stop us out. Because once price break below the trend line, that means the trend has now changed from being bullish to now being bearish, and we are no longer in a buy bias market. So that's the logic behind the stop loss behind the trend line. Price can do whatever it wants around the trend line, as long as it not break below, we are good for buys. So that's the analysis. Let's scale down to the 1 hour to see the behavior of candle around that level. So once you scale down to the 1 hour, this is where we see the behavior clearly. You can see price created a level, came back. It's a strong bearish candle. After the close of this candle, we're expecting that the next candle will be bearish back down, but price hold. You can see this next candle is an indecision candle, and the next candle became bullish and price continue up. This is our continuation. We consider this the push phase continuation. So this is the best area to take your buys. If you are not in the buy, wait for the pullback before taking any buys on Bitcoin, because that's where your high probability buying opportunity is going to come from. Don't be very impulsive in taking trades. Whenever you open your charts, try to gather confluence. Right, that's why it's very good to have a trading journal, so that you can journal all your trades, the reason why you are taking such trades. Feedback is very important. That's how it will increase your learning curve. You will learn faster if you have a trading journal. So let's move on to the next pair, which will be the US oil. We have analyzed gold, Bitcoin, USD. So the next pair is on US oil. So the next pair is on US oil. So we are currently on US oil. We're on the higher time frame. We're on the 4-hour time frame, and the first thing we want to do right now is to mark out our key levels. So as you can see, the trend is clearly up. Price is bullish. Price is making higher high, higher low, higher high structure. That means we are only looking for buying opportunity on US oil. The next thing is to mark out our key levels. Level we are going to be working with. You can mark out this level. This level was holding. This was the last higher. This was the last level that was holding. Price was trading below this level. Suddenly this 4-hour candle broke above the level, came back for the retest. This weak rejection, this current candle came back. This pullback was the retest, but you can only see the retest clearly when I scale down to the 1 hour to see the behavior. You will see the retest clearly. Let me scale down now so that you understand what I'm saying. So you can see, once we scale down to the 1 hour, you can see the retest clearly. Price pull back after the break by this strong bullish candle. Price pull back twice to retest that level, and we are now having the continuation. So the same principle with Bitcoin USD. If you plan on trading this, always try to make sure you take your trade at key levels. That's where your high probability trades are going to come from. Don't try to take your trade in a push phase or in the middle of the market. Try to take your trade at key levels, because that's where your safe trades and high probability tradable opportunities are going to come from. So you can see all the market are up. We are all buying the market. Bitcoin USD, pound JPY. It's telling us, market say go up, we are going up. So the market is up, we are good for buys. So we can also stretch this out. You can use this as, or can call this as, and once this candle broke above, there's a higher chance price will continue up bullish. So that's the analysis for US oil. So let's check on the next pair, which will be the pound JPY. If you have any question, drop it down in the live chat. So on US oil, it's a very nice analysis. Let me illustrate why I said that. You can see that price for many weeks, price have been moving sideways. You can say that these are supports, and we can mark this level as our resistance level in the market. Remember, it's an area, it's not a single line. So don't be worried about marking the level on the body or on the wick of the candle. So sorry about that. So we can say that this was our support and this our resistance. Price have been tapping them and not making a clean structure up or down. Price have been ranging. Suddenly this bullish candle broke above that consolidation. After this candle closed, you can see that the next candle came back for the retest. Let's scale down to the 1 hour so that you can see the retest clearly. After the break, this 1 hour candle broke above this level. After this candle closed, you can see that the next candle was the retest, was bearish. Price pulled back to retest that level, and after the retest, price continued up for the continuation, and price came back again to the level. And you can see after the close of this bearish candle, this candle is a pin bar. It's more like an indecision candle, which means buyers are still sitting around this level. So this is a good buying opportunity. You can safely take your buys because price is currently at the level, at the key level. So we anticipate that price to continue bullish. So this is how your trade setup should be. You can see our stop loss is in a safe position. It's below, slightly below the level. So as long as price is trading above this level, we are good for buys, and you can take the buy at this level. It's a good opportunity, buying opportunity. If you want to take this, this is a good buying opportunity right now. We anticipate that price to continue up on pound JPY, and as long as price is trading above this level, we are good for buys. So that's the analysis for pound JPY. We have analyzed gold, Bitcoin USD, US oil, pound JPY, and our last pair will be on US oil. And if you want to be part of our VIP trading signal group, where we drop daily high probability trading signal on gold, Bitcoin USD, pound JPY, US oil, and other top major currency pairs, check out the video description. There's a WhatsApp and a Telegram link. Click on the link, you get added to the group. It's a paid membership group, but the value you get out of that is priceless. We analyze the market, we give you high tradable setup, stop loss placements, and TP levels. So let's check on the last pair, which is the US oil. Let's check on US oil. Let's check on EURUSD. That's the last pair for today. As I said, if you are just joining us, click on the subscribe button, click on the like, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we start these streams. Have these streams regularly, so you don't want to miss any of this. So let's check on the last pair, which is the EURUSD. EURUSD. So on EURUSD, the trend is clearly down. Price is down for now. Price have been trending down, so the trend is down. Remember, these are 4-hour candles. You can isolate this level like this. As long as price was trading above this level here, we were good for buys, because at this level here price was bullish. If this level was holding and price didn't break below, we were good for buys. But as long as price broke below this level, the trend is now bearish. We are good for sales. It's very important to, before taking any trade, to know what the market is doing. Don't just take a trade because you think it's a good opportunity. Let me scale down and show you why this is a good selling opportunity. It's a good selling opportunity. You don't want to miss this trade. Back down to some of this level in the market. I remember, before taking any trade, have in mind your targets. You should have a target already in mind. You don't want to be greedy in the market and just trade blindly, just knowing where to enter but don't know where to get out of the market. So let me scale down now to the 1 hour so that you can clearly see the behavior of candle around this level. It's a good selling opportunity. Let me scale down to the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, you can see, as I said, if price have been respecting this level and trading above, we will be looking for buys. But as long as price broke below, we are now sell buyers. You can see after the break of the level, price pulled back. This bullish candle here was the pullback, the retest of the level. After the retest, you can see the next candle is now bearish. So we anticipate that price will get back to some of this support level in the market. So this is a good selling opportunity. You can still sell now as long as your stop loss is above the level for a continuation down. So that's the analysis for today. If you have any question, chat me up or drop it down in the comment section below, and see you guys next time.